Hello and welcome. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. You're joining us on this special interview on NewsX. We are in conversation today with well-known actor Soundarya Sharma. Soundarya, welcome to NewsX. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me there.
Let me just begin by just talking about the festive season that's gone by. How was your Diwali?
Yeah.
How was the festive season this year?
Well, this festive season was different from my rest of the Diwalis because I was working and I'm still in Bombay. I haven't been to Delhi because
Yeah,
I make sure when it's Diwali or like some festival, I'm home.
yeah,
But this Diwali, I was here shooting for my Housefull 5.
yeah. So working Diwali, but no complaints. Always good to be working, I guess.
I've always manifested for such Diwali.
Yes.
I feel the working birthdays and festivals are really a blessing.
Absolutely. But you're also one of the, stars who's spoken out against bursting of firecrackers as well, saying that's not something
Correct.
I stand for and that's not something you do anymore as well. But
Correct.
unfortunately, we did see, this past Diwali. In fact, the Supreme Court also was very upset that there were so many
Correct.
crackers being burst all across the country, of course, but also in Delhi, where there was actually a ban on crackers, but still there were so many crackers. And because of that,
Correct.
we see so much of pollution. The AQI has plummeted in Delhi. I think there's haze in Mumbai as well, if I'm not mistaken. So, what do you make
Correct.
of this? The fact that people are still continuing with this crackers and harming our
I
environment.
find
And
this, I find this very funny that we all want to execute certain things despite of banning and everything, and still things are don't really translating into all those actions, correct? But what I can do is at least I can do my bit, being a person who's responsible for my environment and for my surroundings, and I also have a fur baby at home.
Mhm.
So I am quite sensitized towards it, and I recently was reading in the morning that Saudi Arabia has received its first snowfall ever.
Wow.
It's because of the global warming.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying the Diwali impact has gone there, but what
Mhm.
I mean is that in totality we are responsible for our planet. And
Mhm.
I just that I'm being a Delhi girl. I have
Mhm.
born and raised into that environment. So even as a kid, I used to celebrate and fireworks and firecrackers, everything like that. Even in Bombay, people do that, but this is not something now I reckon with. Like
Mhm.
eventually, as I have grown, as I'm like realizing and being more aware about
Yeah.
life and aspects, I think it's really painful. It's quite disturbing to see that climate has changed so drastically. I remember Delhi winter used to start in October
Yeah.
and it would go until February end or March, at least till
True.
Holi.
True.
Now it has changed so drastically.
Yeah.
So it's not just, I don't know, so many factors involved. So, but yeah, coming back to the Diwali firecrackers, I think it's really important that we all do our bit.
Hmm.
I know
Absolutely.
the element of happiness and everything. The childhood memories are there. कि you burst a fire, a cracker, and a chota whatever जो छोटी छोटी खुशियाँ होती है हमारी. But
Yes.
then you have to be responsible enough because they are not environmental friendly and they are
Absolutely.
not kind to human beings
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, yeah. Okay, let's now talk about the reason why you were not in Delhi this Diwali.
Hmm.
That is, of
Yes.
course, Houseful 5, as you're saying. It was a working Diwali. It's a Diwali that you, of course, manifested, obviously, to be busy with work. So how is it
Correct.
going? It's such a, iconic franchise, of course, one of the best comedy films and biggest comedy films that our country has seen.
Yes.
How is it for you joining the Houseful team?
I'm very thrilled and excited to be part of this. It's very thrilling kind of experience. It's incredible feeling because I've always grown on watching these songs. I used to dance on these songs, houseful songs as a kid, and today I'm one of the leading, say, ladies of the film. It's very overwhelming kind of feeling. Um, I won't say I have never thought of something like this because
Mhm.
I always thought of making it big and
Yeah,
famous, and of course, I've already manifested my stardom. That's
yeah,
how we are supposed to march ahead, right?
yeah.
Having said that, I'm very grateful to my god sister,
Mhm.
Vardha Nadiadwala, because despite of all the amazing opportunities I've gotten in, the ad, be Big Boss, or whatever one or two shows I did, you definitely need someone to believe in you, right?
Mhm.
Because industry is such that you definitely require that kind of push, and I
Yeah.
don't have a background or a godfather per
Yes.
se. But yeah, I can say I can have a god sister now. So
Yes, and that
I
is
think I'm
Vardhana
truly
Dadwala.
grateful. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. And of
yeah,
course, like Sajid sir as well. I mean, I
yeah.
don't want to not say his name, but yeah, primarily it's her.
Yeah. How?
because otherwise it's very
Yeah.
difficult.
How is the film going to be different to the previous ones? You've of course seen those ones as a viewer. Now you're part of the
Hmm.
fifth one. I'm not going to ask you the story. I'm not going to get you into trouble. But how
Yeah.
is the film going to be different from the previous ones?
So 100% it's very different, and I'm saying it not because I'm part of it,
Mhm.
because it is very different from other franchises.
Okay.
Of course, it's a huge ensemble, great
Yeah.
opportunity to work. It's a laughter riot.
Yeah.
Uh, you'll have to see the film. I'm the surprise package of the film for sure.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I
Nice.
can tell you. But it's a great feeling to be part of such amazing, franchisee, and to be working alongside Akshay sir,
Yeah.
Ajay sir, and you know, not Ajay sir, sorry, Ritesh sir,
Yeah.
Abhishek sir. Because
Yeah.
every time I'm talking, I'm so overwhelmed. Every time I go back to my ad, also.
Yeah. Of course, all of them together in the ad. But
Yeah.
Akshay Kumar, of course, is really he's a legend at comedy, of course, in the country. How is it for you being
Oh
on set
yeah,
with him and seeing him actually
he
emoting and doing this?
he is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, I have featured in an ad, that was a different thing, but working with him like in a film is very, very different.
Mhm.
Um, he's very goofy, he's mischievous, but there is a reason. Now I see that why someone who's worked so hard for so many years, I think 30, 32 years of their lives, and make it to the top, and still being there,
Mhm.
as a superstars, one of the biggest superstars of our country. So much dedication, passion,
Yeah.
how much effort he puts into every scene. And when we watch a comedy film, it's not very funny when we are doing it.
Yeah.
To make it, like, to bring in that element of fun and
Yeah.
comic timing is a
Mhm.
very difficult task. So that is something I feel is very, very difficult, and he's mastered it. And how.
Yeah.
And not just this, I mean, he's very motivating, because I'm the junior most on the like in the team and on the set. So I'm subjected to so much of
Yeah.
goofiness, trolling, and things like that, but it's a great experience.
Yeah. Who's the most surprise package for you on set? Perhaps someone who you didn't expect to be how they were on set.
uh Abhishek sir.
Okay.
He
Abhishek
is
Bachchan.
so goofy.
Yeah.
Yes, he is very goofy too.
Okay.
Like, expect the unexpected from him types.
Okay. Okay. I
Yeah.
know because Akshay Kumar and Ritesh, of course, are known for their prankster, image. But
Yeah,
Abhishek, of
they're
course, yeah,
goofy too. Yeah,
yeah. Okay. Ritesh
correct.
is funny as well. Again, seeing these people, I'm sure, doing comedy actually in front of
Yeah.
you, that must be quite an experience.
Yeah. It is not just them, like the rest of the cast.
Mm,
Johnny Liver, sir.
mm,
Oh God, he is hilarious. He is
yeah,
a legend. I mean, the
yes.
kind of expressions he gives and the kind of expressions he switches and changes. Oh my God, there's something, everything, everybody and everything around is so much of, I would say, more than a picnic, is
Yeah,
also a learning experience for me. It
yeah,
happens to be the biggest comedy franchisee, but then there's so much to learn, because the deliverables of a comedy films are very different from one of those very serious type of
true,
films.
true, true. Fantastic. We hope that's the
Yeah,
shoot is going to go great, and we can't wait to watch it, of course, on the day when it releases. But you spoke about your ad, of course, and that also
correct.
was a huge ad, with Ajay
Hmm.
Devgan and Akshay Kumar and Shah Rukh Khan all in it.
Correct.
So how was that experience? Being part of the frame of such a star-studded advertisement, and yet it got trolled for you.
I know, right? I mean, you have to take it with a pinch of salt, whatever you do. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपकी सिर्फ तारीफ होगी.
Mm,
And when I think actors are very brave people, because
mm,
they put themselves for all sorts of things, and especially
mm.
criticism in public domain. So
Yeah,
I definitely feel this for actors. But then, yeah, a lot of trolling came my way, that being a dentist, how could you do a pan masala ad, and da 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 da, and people were definitely like talking things about them. But tell me one thing, why only actors are being blamed for this?
mm,
Why not consumers? Why not the makers, like, who are producing it or making it, right? Because nobody has put a gunpoint on anyone's head and saying, oh, you have to consume tobacco,
mm,
or you have to consume. See, I'm not endorsing it, but all I'm saying is, given an opportunity, something like this,
mhm.
I mean, you have to be a fool enough to say no to such kind of things, especially when I'm wanting to make my mark in the industry, and I'm
Yeah,
wanting to become an actor or a star or things like that.
yeah,
Because a lot of opportunities, like, I won't say not. lot of opportunities are wrong word. I would say not many
Mm.
opportunities come your way, especially when you're a beginner and not from the industry.
Yes.
So something like this, when it's offered to you, I don't want to be a hypocrite and say that, oh, this and that. You
Yeah.
can be held responsible and do moral policing in my own personal capacity. But as an actor, I am just depicting and being a
Mm.
part of an ad. I'm not just going out and telling people, hey, consume, consume, consume. People are any which way consuming it.
Mhm.
So, yeah,
Okay, so actors sometimes
can't
become
help it.
soft targets, as you're clearly saying. But trolling is something,
Yeah,
of course, that every public figure faces. How do you deal
correct.
with trolling, Saundarya? Because obviously that's something also even on Big Boss you dealt with. Fans of other contestants would troll you,
Oh,
and I'm
yes.
sure you saw that when you came out of the house. So how do you deal with trolling as a public figure?
Honestly, there when I was inside the house, I didn't bother. Even outside the house, I didn't bother
Mm.
much. But then they keep tagging you, they keep writing nasty stuff to you, and it
Mm.
shouldn't affect me. Like, especially for this ad, I can speak for that
Yeah.
how much I was subjected to talking whatever they were talking, responsible enough, this and that. But tell me one thing, if I am wrong, you given an opportunity, something like this, you would also not say no to
Mm.
this, right?
Yeah.
So I think Tali kabhi bhi ek haath se nahi bajti hai,
Mm.
and everyone is responsible for their
Mhm.
every sort of deeds.
Yeah.
And I just thought it from a very professional and
Mm.
actor's point of view.
True.
And given a chance, like in my personal capacity, my personal opinions may vary from
Mm.
my, being opting for personal professional choices.
Yes.
Correct, they are very different from me as a person and as an
Yeah.
actor. So
Yeah.
I'm doing something which is benefiting me as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. True. True. Absolutely. Speaking of Big Boss,
And I don't think much about roles, because what if someone gets up one fine day and they are like, oh, I don't like her, oh, I don't like her outfit today,
yeah.
I'm in a bad mood, I had a breakup with my girlfriend, I'm going to go and rant it out, let's find a target, okay,
Uh,
write it, period.
uh,
So I don't let all this affect me, because अगर
okay.
मैं ऐसे affect होने लगूंगी तो I have to keep up my spirits, right?
Bilkul.
I
Bilkul.
have to keep
Absolutely.
marching ahead.
That's a great attitude. That's a great attitude to have. I think that's
Yeah.
something for people to learn as well who are watching this interview. Speaking of Big Boss, the current season is on. Have you had a chance to
Uh-huh.
watch it or see it or track anything that's happening right now or no?
You know, you're asking a question to the wrong person at the moment, because
Okay.
I myself, I haven't seen my own episodes. I'm not a Big Boss viewer. मैंने कभी
Yeah.
Big Boss लाइफ में भी नहीं देखा था, और मैंने actually अपने episodes भी नहीं देखे हैं. So I have no
Acha.
clue. And off lately, I've been shooting for Houseful. We were not here. We were shooting in London. So
Hmm.
I have no clue about it.
Haven't had a chance to watch it. Okay. But now, when you
No,
look
no,
back
not
at
at
your
all.
experience, do you feel you've gained from it? Do you feel uh,
100%.
you
100%.
came out stronger? Because as you said, you weren't a Big Boss viewer, so I guess you didn't know what to expect when you
See,
went
I
in.
didn't know community living. I didn't know how to fight, because most of the people are doing things only for the camera. Probably they are very pro and at it. They have grown. एक होता है ना, आप किसी चीज को देखते हो, so you have that reckon value to the
Hmm.
thing. I didn't know how to go about it. What do they do? How do they play? But it's just my mom, dad had suggested an advice, and they said you should go, and
Yeah.
the offer was coming, and I thought it would be a good exposure. But I feel that I am a wrong, I was a misfit there, because
Okay.
I'm not someone who can fight for food and things like that. And a time comes when you get dragged into all of this,
Hmm.
even if you don't want to.
Mhm.
So it's a very precarious kind of a place.
Hmm.
It affects you, small things affect you, and especially when you're cut from the world, you don't know what's going out. And that was the first time I was away from my family, not spoken for the longest.
Yeah.
It shook me for a while, but not that I've turned cunning. But the best takeaway was when I came out, my dad told me that he's so proud of me that I didn't alter my personality, I
Right.
didn't change myself at all, and I am
Yeah.
who I am.
Yeah.
And yes, relatability wise, audience in like tier two, tier three, signals everywhere I stop by, people come and click pictures. That's the kind of
Yeah.
love at least I have received. I know it makes people very, very famous, and the kind of bandwidth they have is humongous.
Hmm.
But having said that, you being remembered from a certain season
Hmm.
definitely is a thing.
Yeah, it's
A
great.
recent incident, I was, yeah, please go on.
No, no, complete.
I was shooting in a countryside in London, and
Okay.
I had people coming over and clicking pictures with me that, oh, Soundarya. And despite of I feel my transformation has happened.
Wow.
My personality and body, I mean, I
Yeah.
look a little different. Still, people were like coming and clicking pictures. That was such a high moment for
Yeah.
me. So
I'm
it
sure.
feels amazing.
I'm
So
sure. No,
definitely,
the reach of the show
yes,
is very, very evident. But as you're saying, very interestingly, that it's a reality show, but people aren't real on it. People turn
no,
fake for the camera.
yeah, I feel that many, I'm sure there is an iota of realism in everyone,
Mm,
but most of them, because they are on a mission when they
mm,
are inside, that they have to win the trophy, hook or by crook. But
mm,
I am not someone who can add spice just to give masala 24/7 or controversy 24/7. I cannot do that. That is not in my DNA. Not everybody is fake, I would say. Of course, there are people who have been themselves
yeah.
and थोड़ा इधर उधर होता है, ठीक है,
Mm,
you get excited and things like that, but most of them, I
no.
mean, how justified is that every time the camera is on you, you create some controversy or you fight for something or the other for attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is, and of course, when when we used to get ready for weekend kawar and all, people were different,
Mm,
and a lot of moments like that, everything to their own show also, right?
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
edited, it's their version of editing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
True.
whosoever they want to make it, however the way,
Focus. Yeah. Focus on
yeah,
and exactly showcase.
yeah.
Okay.
But to each their own, and why not? They want
Yeah.
the show to be a successful
Yeah.
reality show. After all, it's not someone's life, they're putting at risk.
Yeah.
So
After all,
whatever
Salman
works
Khan.
for them.
After all, Salman Khan is hosting it. That shows the scale of the show as
Oh
well.
yes. Oh my God, the kind of fandom it has. It's
Yeah.
only, I feel, because of Salman sir. Initially, it started with that huge fan base. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm so blown away by the fact that the kind of response I'm getting, and
Yeah. Great.
things, how things are translating.
Fantastic. Okay. Last couple of questions to you, Sandhya, before we let you go.
Mhm.
One on your meeting with John Wick's director. I just saw that on your social media. How was that? Amazing. You were in Hollywood.
Oh yes, you did see that. That was
Yeah.
amazing. That was truly, truly overwhelming, because एक होता है कि you only think and manifest, and when the dreams are coming,
Mm,
becoming your reality in any which form, it is truly a blessing.
mhm.
So yeah, and we've all seen like uh, John Wick series, right? So it's very thrilling moment for
Yeah.
me that I happened to meet him.
Yeah. Yeah. So is there something internationally coming soon? Could there be?
100%, 100%, 1000%.
Okay. So we have to watch
Hopefully, if
this
God
space.
is kind, touch wood, touch wood, touch wood,
Yes.
if
So we
God is
have to
kind,
watch
yeah,
this space for more. Okay. We have to watch this space.
100%.
Fantastic.
Watch
Final
out.
question to you.
Uh-huh.
So good to hear this, as you're saying. Houseful 5 shooting going very well, possibly something coming on the international front as well. It's
Hmm.
taken its time though to materialize.
Yes,
It's
it
it's
does.
not something that's happened overnight for you. And do you believe it that perhaps is also the reason because you're an outsider? As you said earlier, you have no
Hmm.
godfather in the industry. So do you believe
Hmm.
it's all the more tough for outsiders to make it, and that's why you have to be prepared to wait and manifest, as you said.
Definitely. I think I cannot just put it in one line that yes, for outsiders or for
Hmm.
insiders. Yeah, one thing for sure, that we people who do not come from this industry, they have to carve their own path.
Hmm.
They have to create the platform for themselves. Yeah, maybe for insiders, they have the constant opportunities being given to them, even if after the film doesn't work for them or anything, they definitely have more opportunities of say bigger brand endorsements before the film comes to them. For
Hmm.
us, it's like even after giving 2 3 films, you have to constantly keep pitching yourself. But I don't hold it against them. Like
Hmm.
if my dad or mom were part of it, they would definitely make sure that I
Hmm.
make something out of their hard work and courage of
Yeah,
being in the industry for so long.
yeah,
So and having said that, only a platform can be given. Rest is up to audience and how you are perceived and the constant hard work you do.
hmm,
So I don't see any wrong in that. Yes, it has taken me like almost say 5 6 years to reach where I am today, and these are again like the baby steps. And I still feel that my journey has just begun,
hmm.
and the real struggle would start now. I hate the word struggle, by the way.
Yeah. Okay.
I just think it should be called challenges, because
Yeah.
in every day to day life, we face challenges, right? Be it any star kid or no star kid. We don't know who's going through what battles someone is
True.
fighting. So definitely, I all see why I'm saying all this and not just the sobbing part is because I always look at the sunny side of everything.
Mhm.
I have to keep telling myself and all those people who would listen to it, not now, maybe later, that yes, there is a silver lining in everything because people have spoken already so much on this. I don't want to constantly like there's a stigma attached to everything we say and talk about when it comes to insiders, outsiders,
Mm.
nepotism. So definitely hard work and creating platform for yourself is an understatement.
Mhm.
I would say understatement. It's really, really difficult. But if you are at it, if you are positive, if you are like they say manifestations, like
Mm.
I am a classic example, I would say,
Yeah.
because I don't have a background, I don't have
Yes.
anyone supporting me, and still
Yeah.
people are supporting me. Like I just told you about my god sister Varda, and even the other people who I'm meeting. So
Mhm.
definitely, it totally depends on you ki which part of the coin you want to look at.
True. Okay. Well, let's certainly hope that this trend continues for you, and all the very best
I
in
hope
the days
so.
ahead.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Soundarya, for speaking with us
But
on
having
Music.
said that, sorry, but having
Yeah.
said that, it doesn't take away the fact that I haven't faced challenges. I have faced
Yeah.
all sorts of challenges.
I'm sure.
It's just I like to put it in a way that it's taken and perceived right.
Yeah. And it's
Because
about, I
everyone
guess,
who
how
is
you dealt with those challenges.
correct, correct. So I can only speak for myself.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you obviously dealt with them in your own way, but you've dealt with them in the right manner, and you're on the right track now. So let's certainly hope that
Thank
continues, as
you.
I said earlier. Thank you very much, Soundarya Sharma, for joining
Thank
us.
you.